Up until last year, about 40% of the residents had no internet access at all. And the city of Detroit was consistently at the top of the National Digital Inclusion Alliance's list of worst connected cities. Because of our work and because of the work of other organizations like ours, that we've dropped to, I think, number 13 or 14 on the list. I'm Janice Gates. I'm the director of the Equitable Internet Initiative, which is a program of the Detroit Community Technology Project. EII is a program where we train Detroit residents, specifically those residents who have historically been marginalized, particularly Black and brown people. We teach them to build internet infrastructure in Detroit. We have donated connections from our partners at 123Net. They have equipment on the top of the Renaissance Center, which is the tallest building in the city. And from there, a gigabit connection is sent wirelessly to our 3 anchor org partners. So in Southwest Detroit, the Island View neighborhood, and then the North End and Highland Park. And from there, the stewards set up a distribution network to the residential homes.
It's a new idea. Like, when you think of internet, you don't think of people in your neighborhood building it. You think of somebody in a hard helmet and a vest and like a bucket truck, not necessarily our van, and like at a community center. And so it's been interesting to challenge like people's idea about like who's gonna come and do the internet. My name is Nigel Valdez. We are in Grace in Action in Southwest Detroit. We have a mix of Latino families, Black families, Hungarian families, different immigrant families here. And so you can see right here, these are our 3 routers that get people access to their homes. And so any home, pretty much we can see from this rooftop, is able to get access to our internet. I mean, really everything is moving online and it's happening really fast. And so I would hate to see like my neighbors being like left behind in this. Also, like with access comes resources. And if the only way people are able to get those resources is to have internet, then like, you're just blocking them from those resources. So in the neighborhood, there hasn't been an investment in infrastructure because people don't see it as profitable. So like in some areas in Southwest, there's only 1 internet provider versus like in other areas where there's like 3 or 4. So if their only option is $100 a month, then that's what they have to pay. It's about affordability.
So another goal of the Equitable Internet Initiative is to increase digital literacy and adoption in the city. That's primarily the role of our digital stewards. They build and maintain the network infrastructure.
So a digital steward is based off the philosophy that it's easier to make a community member a technician than it is a technician a community member. We are changing over one of our point-to-points. This radio is a 60 gigahertz radio that has a failover that goes to 5 gigahertz, which is a slower bandwidth. Now we're trying to replace it so that we can bring our network back to higher speeds. We provide our clients with about 26 megabits per second symmetrically, so upload and download speed. Once we get this stabilized on this mast, we're going to be trying to eyeball line of sight directly to the next point-to-point radio.
Digital stewards are actually becoming engineers. They have to take into consideration the weather and the trees. So when it comes to engineering, they actually have more expertise than a guy that's just connecting to a pole and running something into a house.
When I heard about this digital steward program, what drew me to the program was the fact that not only will I learn a new skill, and not only will I be able to get my hands into the new age, which is tech, which is data, but that I can also be involved in the community and let people know, hey, this is going on and you can be a part of it too. For quite some time, inner city neighborhoods, lower income neighborhoods have had very low speed internet. It's nothing worse than having your mindset to do something but don't have the reliable tools to do it. What this program has done is said, hey, listen, we care about you, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you some internet that is fast and you can count on it. But the most important thing is that everyone has the same opportunity to stay connected.
Now, this network is more than just providing the internet. We also have a resiliency plan that includes the solar-powered charging stations. Should we have some sort of disasters, people can still come to the church or a few other strategic locations that we have in the neighborhood, charge their cell phones, charge their laptops. Those charging stations are also community hotspots. So if somebody were to make it to the church parking lot, they can actually connect to one of our hotspots, high speed, no charge, do their homework, apply for a job. That portable network kit is a part of our resiliency plan. What it is, it's actually a wireless central base. So if we connect that to our network, that will provide a wireless signal for a 4-block radius. So should something happen, for whatever reason, people cannot get internet in their homes, you disperse those throughout the community. Now you actually have built your own intranet. The third thing is the intranet, which will allow us to communicate off of the internet. Now remember, this network is community owned and operated. Law enforcement agencies are often asking me, can they become a part of our network? I'm saying no, we guarantee the users of our network that their privacy, we don't do any data collection, things of that nature. You know the adage that Big Brother's always watching. So we want to have a way to make the community feel safe about communicating with each other over some form of technology. Knowledge is power. And once people have an opportunity to connect to the internet on a regular basis, it assists them when searching for resources, whether it be for food, home, utilities, whatever, but now they're connected.
Access to information is like liberty, really, and whenever that is restricted or limited for the sake of capitalism, it's so symbolic of oppression because people can't make up their own minds. When they don't have that information, can they really make the best decisions for themselves?
There's a lot of perceptions that people have about Detroit, but Detroit is resilient and has a very deep history of grassroots organizing here. To residents that know what Detroit is and how resilient the people here are, they know what our residents are capable of.